L'obiettivo principale è sicuramente quello di informare e sensibilizzare il più possibile chi si muove nel web, quindi nella dimensione online, siano essi adulti ma anche giovani che hanno sicuramente un grandissimo dinamismo nel mondo del web, ma forse non hanno sufficiente consapevolezza di quelli che sono anche i rischi nel appunto muoversi ed esprimersi nel web. Ecco che FASTLISA dovrebbe far accrescere una consapevolezza sull'uso dei termini e sulle modalità di approccio a tematiche anche fortemente conflittuali.
I think the training has been great for one reason. I mean, it's like we provide a very dynamic, creative training, but also not just theoretical, but we put them in situations in which they had to take decisions, like if they were in the real world, like if they were responsibles in a local government, so they had to decide where would they put the budget in order to deal with the hate speech and how to reduce the prejudices in their cities. So they had to reflect about all the fields that influences the creation, the origin and nature of prejudices, stereotypes and also hate speech. They also had to do some role play, like in terms of becoming members of organizations and debate.
So I think that we really need to take an holistic vision and approach on social media to improve how we work, what we share, how we interact with each other, and especially how platform works. I wouldn't say that social media only brings the bad of people. I also think that the power and the idea of having a global community also bring the best out of people.
Working with youth can be very difficult because they don't open themselves, they have their own fears. But with these local ambassadors that I had the pleasure of working with, it was amazing because they opened themselves, they worked with me, and you knew that this is something that they do by heart, and it is something that they are affected personally, and they want to do their part against hate speech, and that was amazing to see. A methodology of teaching is that you have to establish a credibility first. And my credibility that I started with was that I'm not an expert who studied this at the university and go in depth in the theory of it. What I did was I said that I am personally affected by hate speech, and I showed examples as well, screenshots of some people that comment on my page, of my Instagram and YouTube page as well.
What people could do or should do to protect themselves, but also to be like better citizens when they use social platforms, because great responsibility lies on big platforms as Meta and others as well. But also people that decide to use those platforms needs to know what they are doing when they are commenting, when they are sharing stuff.
And we focus especially on critical thinking and making people not just saying this is hate speech, you cannot say this. No, it's about you reflect about why people say these things, and what we can do to counter this, to avoid the normalization of those speeches, but also how can we influence at the basis of the pyramid of hate, on when prejudices, stereotypes, when jokes, rumors take place, and many people don't just are part of those, or they don't say anything. We need to start there, not just when the hate speech is identified. That's the top of the iceberg.